Well, first, if you could introduce yourself and say who you represent.
Yeah, my name is Alan Meale. I'm a Member of Parliament for the UK, but I'm also President of the Council of Europe Committee on the Environment, and I've been for the last 11 years the chairman of leader this delegation to the COPs.
Okay, but you're here representing the Council of Europe as well, as member of the Council of Europe.
We're deeply engaged in negotiations and representations with a whole range of bodies. Of course, we represent Greater Europe, which is 47 nations of the Greater European area, from Iceland to Turkey to Armenia, right away around to Russia, Finland, everything inside of that. And of course, we have observer nations like the Maghreb countries. We have also Canada, the United States, and Mexico. And so, we're well attuned with all the parliamentarians around there. And of course, we are very, very active members of the Interparliamentary Union, the international organisations of parliamentarians.
The members of the Council of Europe, the 47 members you mentioned, are they more or less talking with one voice on the issue of climate change?
Well, they are, particularly since the signing of the Kyoto Agreement some years ago by Russia. We're a body of 675 members from those 47 member parliaments, and in the early days, it was difficult to understand everything that was going on, particularly with less science-based knowledge countries in there. What we've managed to do is get that argument across, and now we're much unified, together. We turn out papers. It's a regular instance of us taking up issues with member governments and actually collectives.
Right. And what is the message? What is it that the Council of Europe brings here to Cancun?
Well, the message is very, very clear. The science is very, very clear. Things are happening, and we believe that the means are there to get the solutions to all of this. And we've been very pleased with Cancun because in Cancun it's almost been a will there to succeed, to do things rather than in the past. People were thinking reasons why we couldn't do things, and that's been the case in nearly all the COPs since Kyoto. So it's been a pleasant change, and I think a great deal of that needs to be put down to the Mexican approach and the people and how much effort they put into it. They've done fantastic organisation. Everybody's come together with that. They feel good, and they've actually got the message, and it's coming across. And I believe it's going to be very positive what's going to happen in the next few days.
I mean, what's the very least you would like to see at the end of this week in Cancun?
Well, the one thing we all fear that we're going to dump Kyoto, which is the only legal binding agreement we've got. And we're saying, don't dump it, build on it, deliver it. And we think that the process is going to start towards that. We're going to agree on what we can agree on, and we're going to deliver what we can. And that's a real start for us. And as I was saying, as it starts, it will shift gear and it will move upwards. And I think rapidly we'll be able to deliver all the promises that we've made and agreements we've made in the past.
I think it was perhaps perceived in the past that there was a big gap between the developed nations, who were seen as the causes of those causing the problems, and the developing nations, the victims of. Is that gap being bridged in these talks and beyond?
Well, it is in the talks, and there's a meaningful understanding there that it is a huge gap and it's got to be bridged. But the polluters are still there. The United States, in particular, of course, China, Russia, Europe itself. I mean, all the developed world is there. We've made lots of promises about releasing, billions of dollars of money in aid to the developing world, so that they don't make the mistakes that we have made in the past, and actually build a clean, vibrant world. And as I say, we've got to, in the next few weeks, months, and next couple of years, we've got to start actually releasing some of that cash and spend it in a meaningful way to deliver that.
Okay, that's great. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Do you have a